Welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Tamar Mehr from Trade with Precision. And today I want to take a look at a couple of markets that sits in and around very strong levels of support and resistance on the higher time frames. And I want to start here with gold, and this is the monthly chart. And what we can spot is this very strong level in and around the 1670 area. And we can see that we pull back on the way up, touch that level, made a higher high, pull back, touch that level again, couldn't push higher, touch that level again, rejected it quite strongly, pushed almost all the way up, but failed to make a higher high. It has not come as high as this previous high. So basically we do have here lower highs, and then we came down and touched that level again, and currently reacting in and around that level. So moving into the weekly chart, what we can spot is that the weekly is in a downtrend. We've got clear series of lower highs and lower lows. We came down close to this level, reacted to it, but what we can also spot is that we do have some overextension around this area. So there is quite a distance between where price action sits right now and the moving averages, that area between the 10 and the 20 moving averages, the sell zone. Now, I'd like to add the Fibonacci retracement on this latest move. So from the high to the low, and what we can see, we've got that previous swing low with another touch over here. We'll see this more clearly on the daily chart, clustering very nicely with the sweet spot of the Fibonacci retracement, the area between the 50 to 61% retracement. You can see there's a couple of touches at that level in the past, and also this was the origin of the move that pushed higher over here. So a lot of activity around that area. So if we drill down into the lower time frame, we can see those touches on the way down at that level. We clearly break below it, close below it, so a strong break, and pushed all the way down. So what I'm looking for on this market is a pullback to test this level from below, sign that this pullback is over, and then look for a rollover and another test of this 1670 area over here. So at the moment, because of this overextension and because of how close we are right now into this lower level that we kept on reacted and found more buyers at, I want to see the market pushing just a bit more into the sell zone, releasing some of this strong selling pressure before potentially having another go to test this level again. Keep in mind that the Fed rate decision is due today, and that could have a strong effect on this market. The next market that I'm interested in and also could get a strong effect from the Fed decision is the S&P 500. And once again, I'm looking here at levels, and I'm looking at the higher time frame on the weekly chart. And what we can see is that we do have a very nice downtrend, clear series of lower highs and lower lows. Moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for a downtrend. And we've got good agreements to the downside from the momentum indicators. So we had a push lower, and now we're pulling back, and the level that we're just touched and we're testing from below is the 4,000. So it is a psychological level, it is a round number. What I've also done is I've added the Fibonacci retracement to this market as well. So if we'll zoom in a bit, this is from the previous high all the way down to the low. And what we can spot is that the 61.8% retracement is actually clustering quite nicely with this 4,000 area, and we're currently sitting underneath it. So I'm watching the market and I'm watching the reaction to this level. So if we drill down into the lower time frame, then what we can see is that we are reacting currently to this level with quite small candles. So the market is waiting for the Fed decision. If we're looking here on this price action over here, we might say, hey, but we are in an uptrend or an upward momentum. And we know that as higher time frame are pulling back, lower time frame tend to change direction. So what I want to see from this time frame, and potentially even the 4 hours or maybe the 1 hour as well, is sign that this pullback on the weekly chart is actually over. So sign that the sellers are coming back, potentially another test of this 4,000 area, maybe trying to go a little bit above it, and a strong rejection and coming down, sign that the sellers are taking control around this area, and then look for a potential continuation of the higher time frame move. Currently, the market is simply in a pullback and still look a bit bullish around that area. So I'm waiting for signs such as bearish candle on the weekly chart, such as a change of direction back into a confirmed downtrend. The 4 hour, for example, sign that the market reacting to that area, that strong level, and then a continuation of the higher time frame move. So this is high on my watch list, but not yet baked for a potential opportunity. The next one that I'm looking at is Aussie CAD. And again, from the higher time frame, we can see this strong level in and around the 0.89. We touched that level, bounced from it, touched it again, closed right around that area, and then broke below it, currently rejecting those lower prices. So this is the monthly chart. Now drilling down into the weekly chart, we can see the activity around that level. So first of all, we are in a downtrend on the weekly chart. The moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order for a downtrend, and we have momentum agreement over here from the momentum indicators. So right now what we had a strong break below that level and a close, and then a bit of consolidation sideways, and now we're pulling back. We're currently sitting above that level. So once again, what I'm looking for is sign that this pullback is over. We are sitting above that level. So I'm looking for potential rollover, maybe a momentum breakout on the lower time frame. So compressions of price, lower highs, and equal lows around that level, and then a break and a continuation of the higher time frame move. At the moment, we're simply reacting around that area. So we can see there's some bullish candles and bearish candles together sitting here at that level. And if we look at the lower time frame, it basically looks like it's going sideways. So I want to see signs that the sellers are coming back into this market and pushing through this level once again. And then I look for a potential opportunity to the downside. So these are a couple of charts that I'm currently stalking for trading opportunities based on strong level of support and resistance on the higher time frame. Happy trading, everyone!